everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the last show of 2023. It's been a long year. Before I get started, um, I got some problems with Facebook on my feed. Um, Before I get started, I want to welcome everybody here. We made it. We made it. We made it. You can see I got my hat on. I do have my robe on and my pajamas on because I have to be at work at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So, yeah, I'm just going to stop this broadcast, go straight to bed, and then that's it. Hopefully, some people are out there watching and they're just not commenting yet. They may not, but that's okay. Um, it's okay. I said I was going to do the show, so I'm going to do it. Um, I don't know what's going on with my computer. Okay, so for the last time in 2023, let's get some bills paid. Subscribe to this channel. I have 154 subscribers. I got 154 subscribers. I did not meet my 1,000 goal. I didn't meet the reduced goal of 300, but I'm still pressing. I'm still going to go for it. It's all or nothing. So help me get to that 1,000 number. I'm whatever 1,000 minus 154 is, that's how close I am to it. Um, just subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It literally costs nothing. You can also support my I was going to say Patreon. No. If you want to support me, you can always go to buymeacoffee.com/TRACYMedia LLC. I think that's it. Um, you can go. I'm not gonna call it X. It's Twitter. I do have a Twitter page. Sorry about that. I had some terrible. Um, and you can follow me on Instagram. So I do have. I always seem to have an announcement, but I'm still waiting for people to um, register for the scavenger hunt, which is on January the 6th at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So far, nobody's been registering. I don't want to cancel it because it is 50 items for my birthday, which is Thursday. My birthday is Thursday. And yes, I plan on going live 6 o'clock in the morning because that's going to be a long day for me. So I want to get up, be thankful for 50, and let's take it from there. Um, I'm trying to think of what else. We're gonna talk about the worst and best moments of 2023, but I'm trying to think of something else because I'm trying to like delay time here or kind of move time a little bit slower. Um, the scavenger hunt. I won't talk about what I have planned for 2024 until 2024. There's some big things coming. I tell you something. There's some big things coming. Um. Uh. So let's see. Let's see. Before I get before I get to drink to say it. Happy New Year, sis. I love you. Oh, thank you, Marlon. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's good to know somebody's watching. I'm not out here by myself. I know you're going to be gone in a couple of minutes. So, um, like I said, I again am doing this because our church decided to have its watch night service from 6 to 7. Because if it was like at 12, I would be there instead of here. But this is the second year in a row that I'm doing this. So, at the beginning of like October, I started sending out surveys. Hi, Jesse. Happy New Year. I hope everybody likes my hat. See, look at my hat. It says Happy New Year. I know you can't see it. I'll probably take it off here in a little bit. Like I said, I have my robe on. I got my pajamas on because I have to be at work at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning because I decided, oh, gee, I need some extra money. So let me go ahead and just sign up for work. So it's tough in these streets. But um, we're going to talk about some of the top, we're going to talk about the top moments of 2023. I don't want to talk about, I guess I have to talk about who we lost. There were so many people, but I'll get to that when we get to it. So I tried to do this by the months, but I couldn't remember um like what happened in what month. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna send a survey um to people and say, hey, what was your top moment of 2023? Well, I only got one survey back, and that was from Parker. But I'm gonna read some of Parker's at my own, and we'll just do it like that. So I said, hey, what are your 10 top moments of 2023? Just rank them from 10 to 9. So starting at number 10. Starting at number 10, I hope I get this right. Um, the Chinese spy balloon. If you remember, Happy New Year, sis. Happy New Year. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. The Chinese spy balloon. Remember that when that balloon from China it came and people were like all like had their underwear in a tussle. Somehow, oh, China's they're spying on us and I mean, it was just so ridiculous. The Chinese spy balloon is something that I remember. Um, like I said, I basically just have one survey to work off of. So we gonna just, try to do this. Um, Another big thing that happened in 2023, Tucker Carlson got fired from Fox. Now I know you all remember that. That was when um, Fox had um, its reporting against Dominion, and Tucker Carlson and some other ones were reporting on it. And I think one of the things that they said to be for them to settle was that Tucker Carlson get fired. Um, I forget what month that was. If anybody can remember what month that was, um, because that was my problem. I couldn't remember what month some of these things happened in. Um, so yep. So okay. So oh yeah, this is one. Now you would think I would care about this, but I really didn't pay. I paid attention to it, but it didn't like affect me. The Supreme Court ruled that colleges and universities can no longer do race-based affirmative action in terms of college admission. Okay, I think I'm supposed to care about this. Um, but I'm gonna ask, did affirmative action actually benefit black people? Because I must be missing something because I'm like, nothing about my life changed. It's still hard for me to get a job. It's still hard for me to be in podcasting. It's still hard for me, to open a business. Those things are still hard because I'm black and I'm female. Nothing kind of changed. But I guess it was a big ruling, but I just didn't pay enough attention to it. Um, Now somebody tell me, wait a minute, let me hold on a second. Okay. I had to take that off my head. It was just itchy. I don't know what's wrong. My skin is just agitated and itchy. Um, when did the riverboat situation in Louisiana happen? You know, remember when the guy threw his he was attacked by a group of white people And one of his coworkers that was white tried to defend him. And then all of a sudden, like all of these other people were coming up. What month did that happen? Because I'm sitting here thinking, I thought it was like later on in the year, or was it the summer? Like, if anybody can remember that, that's not on Parker's list, but that's on my list because I couldn't remember when that happened. So again, I'm talking about the situation where the boat worker, he asked the people, "Hey, could you move your boat?" And then they decided, "Nope, we're gonna jump you and attack you." And so all of a sudden, like all these other people, like I don't know where they came from. They were just like there. I mean, I'm like, where did all these people come? And I said that people were getting distracted by it because what was making me mad, not that the white guys got the crap beaten out of them, allegedly per Facebook, I mean YouTube, because they don't like you inciting violence, and I'm not. He was defending his coworker. The coworker was defending himself. But it was all the memes that people had. I mean, you had August. I'm sitting there thinking that was like June or July. See, this is why I ask people to vote on things because I thought that happened in like June or July. But you said August the 5th. But all the memes and the chairs and the chair in the circle sending out like it's the bat signal that got on my nerves. Oh my gosh. Um. Oh, I lost Parker's list. I can't find it. Let's see. Nope. We're gonna have to. I don't understand what I did with it. I just literally had it. Mm, 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 mm. Let's bring it up again. Lost that list. I know what I am going to talk about. Parker's list. It may be. It may be on his list, but I know it's on mine. Um, Kevin McCarthy being elected Speaker of the House. Um, Aquaman, Scuba Gooding Jr. Michael. Oh, you talking about that little boy that was like 17 years old and he just swam across, like destroying the stereotype that black people can't swim? See, we can swim. But Scuba Gooding Jr. gotta be the one I did not hear. I'm trying to bring up this list because I know, boy, I'm so mad. How did this list go away? I literally just had it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna just go here and top 10. So let me go into view sheets. I hate when I have more. See, this is why I need people to donate because I need two computer screens to kind of figure this out. Like I'm trying to see what Parker put and what I put, and I'm just like this screen keeps disappearing. So I'm like, no, I need. Yeah. So the next thing we're gonna talk about. Oh, I'm gonna save that. Okay, Kevin McCarthy. Yep, I'm gonna talk about this next. So um, Kevin McCarthy became speaker in January. It took him 15 times, 15 times before he got elected speaker. And then, well, we'll tell you what, well, you all know what happened to him. He's not speaker anymore. So basically, we went through, what, 2 weeks of Republicans not being able to select a speaker, him as speaker, 15 times. He's up here high fiving like he done landed on the moon or something. And I'm like, dude, you're not gonna last long. I thought maybe he would go into next year, 2024, but he didn't even make it out of 20. Like he's got to be one of the shortest people. He's got to be one of the in terms of the length that he held the office. He's got to be one of the shortest term speakers of the House ever. I don't think. Let's see. He got ousted. When did Kevin McCarthy get ousted as Speaker of the House? Was it December? No, it wasn't December. Was it like July? No, it wasn't July. It wasn't on. Okay, we're gonna just say it was October. No, it had to be November. It had to be November. So he went from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. He went 10 months. He did all of that high fiving, hand clapping, dealing stuff to be elected for 10 months. I don't remember the exact date that he was like unelected. But and then to make matters worse, when they selected the Christian Nationals, I mean Mike Johnson, it took them 20 times, seems like, to elect him. I'm like, dang, what's wrong with y'all Republican Party? What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with you all? Elect a speaker. What you do is, if you win back the House, which I don't think they will, because they just on a path for just losing. If you win the House again, or when you win the House again, have a meeting before you even go vote. Before you even go vote, figure out, hey, we want this person to be our speaker. And then you all vote for that person. Y'all done let Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert and all of these other people just like punk this guy out. I don't even know how long the second guy is gonna last because it's like yo just sit there. I mean, this party is chaotic. The Republican Party is chaotic. Period. And if you want to throw in your noble things that happened in 2023, you can. Okay. 15 UAW, third term. Okay. Okay. So I'll tell you what else happened. I'll tell you what else happened. This was a hilarious one. We talked about the Chinese spy balloon, but there seemed to be like a lot of celebrities that passed this year. And there was Matthew Perry with who played on Friends, Bridget Lola Bridgetta. I can't pronounce her name. Um, it was just a lot that Tina Turner, who else? No, I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna put some respect on these people's names. Oh, and we only gonna be 1 hour, so y'all ain't gotta worry about me being up all night and partying. Cause like I said, soon as 12:30 comes, it's gonna be sleepy by, and it's gonna be sleep, and that's just gonna be it. Cause like I said, I had to be to work at 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's see. Okay. And y'all do know today is 123, 123. That's never gonna happen again in our lifetimes. Never. I thought I had that. I'm trying to think of. No, I'm gonna get this route right because I know yeah, I ain't got nothing to do. It ain't like y'all partying. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna get it, yeah. Oh yeah, the guy. How did I forget about this guy? Andre Brower, Ryan O'Neal, Norman Lear. How did I forget about Norman Lear? Sandra Day O'Connor, Henry Kissinger. That okay? I'm gonna stop at Henry Kissinger because maybe somebody needs to educate me. People seemed happy that he died. People were like, "Yeah, he's dead," and I saw like "Ding Dong, Kissinger's dead" memes. I'm like, did I? I feel like I missed something. Like I missed something. Like I feel like I missed it, but I don't know what it is that I missed. Um, I'm like, cause he's a warmonger, but there's a whole lot of other warmonger. It just seemed like okay, yeah, boy. Rosalind Carter, Jimmy Carter's wife. Um, uh, how did I forget about Bobby Knight? How did I forget about Bobby Knight? Oh my goodness. I said Matthew Perry, Richard Roundtree. Oh, broke my heart. Richard Roundtree, Suzanne Summers. Um, how did I forget about Suzanne Summers? Chrissy gone. Diane Feinstein. Um, Jimmy Buffett. How did I forget about Bob Barker? Um, Tony Bennett, Sinead O'Connor, Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman, Alan Arkin, um, Treat Williams. I did not know he passed. Pat Robertson. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Pat Robertson. Of course, I said Tina Turner, Jim Brown, um, Joe Cap, Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer passed this year. So did Harry Belafonte. Or is it Harry Belafonte? I'm gonna say Belafonte because that sounds like it's right. No, because there's no AIN at the end. So it's like Harry Belafonte. I'll say it like that. Um, Lance Reddick. How come that name sounds familiar, but like there's no memory coming up in my head? Robert Blake died this year? Oh my goodness. Raquel Welch. Mm, Burt Bacharach. Man, what a great songwriter Burt Bacharach was. Great songwriter. Um, Billy Packer. Adam Rich. I don't know who some of these people are. Mm. But I knew Tina Turner. I don't know how I forgot about, 2023, like personally for me, it was like an up and down type of year. And ever since COVID, like it seems like we're just having bad year after bad year after bad year. And um it's kind of disturbing because every year since COVID, it's like 2021 was bad, 2022 was bad. Now 2023, it's like can 2024 please be better? This is so depressing. I'm going to get back to the top. Well, we got what, five? We're kind of like halfway through. But like for me personally, this year, good news. I bought a house this year. I'm in it now. As you can see, I'm not at the apartment anymore. That was great. But then in November, my cousin passed at 29 years old. That just sent me just like I'm still in shock over that. Um, there were just so many ups and downs this year, and it seems like there were more downs than up. Um, and it was kind of hard for me though to like keep the faith because it was just a struggle. I don't know why, but this year seemed like it was a struggle to keep like a positive attitude to say, things are gonna work out. It just, I mean, it was just so like such a down year, right? It was just like, okay, well, what are we gonna do? Um, it is what it is. Um, I don't know if anybody else feels that way about 2023, but it's like, okay, could we please have a good year? Could we have one year where there isn't a war and one year where, massive groups of people aren't dying of like mysterious diseases? Um, yeah, it was just it for me it was really a personal battle. It was like, okay, I know I have faith, but where is it at? Because this is just, it was hard to keep it. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but it was hard for me, really hard. And it's hard to talk about it because how do you say to somebody, yeah, I don't have any faith, and that's what you're known as a person of faith. Um, it just this year was just like I said, incredibly difficult. Like I said, the death of my cousin just literally just took me out. Um, and of course, you never get over those things. But the the holiday season is always hard for me because I always think, oh, my parents aren't here, and neither of them are here, so that's always hard. But then you add, you have um relatives in nursing homes, relatives that are experiencing great physical and mental pain. It's been a hard year, which is why I was so intent on doing silly shows because for me, it was like I need this outlet to laugh. I need something to say, you know what? Maybe for an hour or 30 minutes to an hour, I can like relieve some of it, put some levity, put some laughter in somebody's day. And I know people didn't understand, why I refused to talk about the Gaza situation. One, because I don't know a whole lot about it. And I felt like, you know what, there's people who are better suited to speak about that than I am. Um, it just didn't seem to me to be something, you see children getting mauled and trampled on um by tractors and things like that. And it's just hard. It's hard to see that type of thing. Now I'm not saying don't show it because I think we need to be aware of it. But what I'm saying is it's 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 a lot. We went through a lot this year, everybody. And I'm gonna keep doing the positive shows because, it's not that I'm not gonna talk about anything that, bad happens. But I want this to be a channel where at least, once a week you could come and maybe laugh at a video that I show, maybe put a smile on your face for a couple minutes, and not to say forget about your troubles because you can't, but at least for a couple minutes, not have to like have it at the forefront of your thoughts. I think that's what I want to do. We have 1 minute to go. before we can say goodbye. No, we do not. I want to wish everybody happy 2024. We are there. Goodbye 2023. I'll see you later. We don't need to ever see you again, but we're going to talk about it because we got a couple more things to go here. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Um, we were talking about the things that happened in 2023. Um, Trump getting indicted. Oh, and they're just shooting guns. I don't know why people do that at New Year's. I hate that. But yeah, we got the so we're at the Trump indictment. The Jack Smith one where he charged with where Trump was charged with trying to overthrow the government. Oh my goodness. The mugshot heard around the world. Let me tell you something. When that mugshot came out, oh, I was waiting on Facebook. I was just like, come on, come on, come on. Where's it at? Where is it at? Where's it at? I want to see this. I want to see this. I want to see this. I want to see this mugshot. And it was as terrible as I thought it was. No, I shouldn't get pleasure out of seeing somebody mugshot. But Trump, and I just love how they're just firing off guns. Why? That just doesn't make sense. Um, um, yeah, I waited when they said they was gonna release that mugshot. I'm like, okay, come on, tell me what date that is. Tell me what date that is. Please tell me what date that is. I need to know. I need to write it down so I can. Yes, tell me what date that is. Um, what else happened? So we got two more here. Okay, now Parker has Joe Burrow getting injured because he's a Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals fan. So I'm not gonna put that in there. I'm going to go with the UAW strike, actor strike, screenwriter strikes. America needs to go on strike, and these three groups showed us how it needs to be done. They they kept the course. They stayed on task. They didn't defer. They said we're gonna get in these streets. We're gonna get everything we want. Now they didn't get everything they want, but they got the majority of what they wanted. So I think especially the UAW strikers, especially them, because everybody was talking about how terrible Sean McFain was. It Sean McFain or the other guy? I'm gonna say Sean McFain. I'm pretty sure that's not his name, but hey, that's what I'm gonna call him for this one. Well, y'all stop shooting them dang on guns. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna call him Sean McFain because I don't know what his name is and I don't feel like looking it up. UAW strikers, and of course the number one issue, and I know exactly when this happens because the media kept talking about it. October the 6th, 2023. Um, Israel was attacked by Hamas, which for some reason they had the world's sympathy, but then they just decided let's pull up every hospital, daycare, um, open area to get one person in Hamas, which they didn't, but that's just my opinion. That's why I don't talk about this issue much, but it is the top issue of 2023. And since I officially welcomed everybody to the new year, welcome to election season. Because now I'm about to tell you what I think is going to happen in 2024. Oh, I got some predictions, but here's a reminder. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. And let me go backwards and say the protesters, the pro-Palestinian protesters, they have not stopped. And I want to say kudos because there's a lot of times where you'll get a big protest and then nothing happens. These groups keep coming back and back and back. There's like hundreds of thousands of protests in terms of people that show up. There was a big huge one in Washington D.C. There was one in London that had a couple hundred I mean, there's been hundreds of thousands of people showing up at these um, protests calling for a ceasefire, which our president doesn't seem to want to do. But of course, you can't make them do a ceasefire. You could call for one, but there's no way to make them. But at least say, hey, could we stop the killing of the children and the women who aren't Hamas? I mean, come on. But I wanted to give a special shout out to the protesters because they really are keeping this in the forefront, which is what they should. I know the national media kind of ignores them, but they've done a really good job of keeping it like at the forefront of our minds and to keep us aware of what's going on. And I forgot this, though, especially the independent media gets a special independent media gets a special honorable mention for me because without independent media, we would never know the true impact of what Israel is doing is having. We wouldn't hear any stories. It would just be, oh, they have the right to defend themselves, which everybody has the right to defend themselves. Can we stop saying that? Um, but without independent media, I never would have followed that. And I forgot about, and I don't know how I forgot about this, East Palestine, Ohio. They had a train derailment. Now I remember when this was. This was in February. This was in February. They had a train derailment, and they came in, cleaned it up, supposedly in 2 days, and people are still getting sick over that, and still having complications from that. And the FDA, EPA is still covering it up, allegedly. I forgot all about East Palestine and their fight to get Southeastern. Nope, nope, nope. What's this? What's the name of the railroad? What's the name of the railroad? Oh my goodness, what's the name of the railroad? What's the name of the railroad? Norfolk Southern. Norfolk Southern is the ones that released those chemicals, and then they cleaned up the train tracks so that they could keep going and didn't care about anybody in the town, and they had to, and they still haven't um, made any type of restitution. They're giving away like $1,000, and they perhaps cause people, when chemicals spill like that, the incidence of cancer can increase. They haven't even thought about water poisoning, people having nosebleeds, people having tremendous headaches, people getting extremely sick, and they give $1,000 and made them drive over to another town. I mean, I don't even know how they got away with not getting fined by the government. Yes, I do. The two-party system stinks. But those are sort of some of the things that happened in 2023. But like I said, welcome to election season. And now I'm going to get into what this channel will be doing. This is going to be election central in terms of your coverage for anything third party candidate news. You know that I have a show called The Tracy Show that used to air on Thursdays at 7 o'clock. Starting in February, my goodness, now those are firecrackers. Starting in February, that show will move to Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. We will still interview third party candidates. Matter of fact, all of February is booked. I have no slots available in February to um, interview anybody. So all of February is booked. Now I'm starting on March. So we're this channel is gonna be busy interviewing people. Then that first Tuesday in February, the Tracy Show will come on then too. We will not interview candidates on the Tuesday edition. Instead, I will be talking about social justice issues. I'll be talking about the monetary theory. I'm still trying to schedule somebody with Cop City to come on and talk. I'm still trying to get activists, pro-Palestine, pro-Palestinian activists to come on. I got a whole I've got a whole lot of things going on in the month of February. And y'all know it's my second favorite month of the year because it's also Black History Month. So all of that stuff is going on. Um, in terms of what I think is gonna happen the election, let's make no doubt about it. I know who I want to win the presidency. I've made no um point in hiding who I support. Here comes the however portion. It's going to be hard, yes, because states make it hard and they like to get people thrown off ballots because they're scared. But um, I think this is I think this is the year that we get a president that does not have a D or an R next to their name. I can see it coming if all the conditions are right. Um, and I think this year, especially, I mean, we always say, oh, well, people are tired. But I've never had so many people just say, I'm tired of voting for the lesser of two evils. I'm tired of voting and not getting anything for my vote. I have a really strong feeling that we're going to get a president without a D or an R in their names, beyond their names. I think it's going to be an independent. Now, of course, who I want that independent to be, but that's not that show. This is my overall show, so I got to stay nonpartisan. But I'm just confident that it's just not going to happen. And if it does, heck, I was wrong before. I thought Trump was going to win re-election because it's hard to be an incumbent. Now I'm convinced that Biden won't win. I don't think Biden will be the nominee. I think Biden's going to drop out sometime in February. I think him and Ron DeSantis are going to drop out in February. I seriously do. I seriously think they're going to drop out in February. It may be the latter part. It could be March, but I'm certain that DeSantis is going to drop out. Christie, I know is going to drop out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be down to um, Nikki Haley, and I don't think Vivek Ramaswamy is going to drop out, even though he's not polling well right now. Um, and people are like, oh, well, why would DeSantis drop out? His numbers are just going down, down, down. I'm pretty sure Christie will drop out at the Iowa caucus. I don't think he's going to do well in Iowa at all. Um, yeah, I don't see him making it past January. And I do not think that Biden is going to, I think Biden is going to drop out. It's just not going good for him. Now, does that mean that Kamala, I can never get her name right. I'm just going to call her Kamala. Does that mean that she will be the nominee? No. Um, and if he stays the nominee, they definitely are gonna lose. But this year is going to be, in terms of electoral politics, it's gonna be wild. It's going to be wild, y'all. And I think that's where, if you've never registered to vote, you probably want to stay registered. Um, get registered to vote because it's gonna be close. Whatever, whoever wins, and of course you know who I hope wins. Um, it's gonna be a close election. Um, I don't think Trump is gonna go to prison. I think here comes my most controversial. While I think it's hard, I don't think he gets convicted of any of the things he's charged with. I said it. I just said it. Mark it down. I don't think he gets convicted of the things that he is charged with. I will be shocked. I will be absolutely shocked if he gets convicted of anything he's charged with. I do think that more states are going to seek to take his name off of the primary ballot. That I do think is going to happen. But in terms of him being in prison or convicted, I can't see it. Even though clearly I think, he did some things where you should at least be like, DOJ, why didn't y'all do nothing 2 years ago and you just waited till now? But hey, they only wasted 2 years of this whole time sitting there, had him basically confess, didn't move to charge him with anything. But hey, you're scared of him when you could have literally put him in jail. But hey, that's just me. I'm just me. I'm just me. But I can't see Trump getting convicted of anything. Does that mean I don't want him convicted? Well, I don't want him convicted if he's innocent. But do I think he's innocent? No. No, you clearly had documents in your possession that you shouldn't have. That's clear. You took pictures of them. You were clearly on the tape with the Georgia Secretary of State saying, "Find me 11,401 votes." Excuse me. So you can't boo boo foo. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Um, I'm trying to think what else we have going. I want to announce about the Say What Awards, but with me getting one ballot, I'm just not sure if I'll just pick the categories, do the nominees, and just invite everybody to the show. Cause see, I like to involve my audience with things that I'm doing, involve you all. But if I don't get but one survey back, it's kind of hard for me to do that. So I'm debating on whether I'm gonna have the Say What Awards. Period. I'm going to have them, but I don't know whether I should have like people chime in or me just pick who I think the winners are. Um, that'll be now. I'll probably make up my mind like this weekend. Um, but y'all, there are 3 days until my birthday. Are you kidding me? I will be 50 years old in 3 days. Oh my gosh. When I was a little girl, I thought 50 was so old, and I'm like knocking at the door of it. Oh, got a lot planned for that day. Um, I'm actually going live at 6 o'clock a.m. Yes, I'm going live at 6 o'clock a.m. January the 4th. Just to kind of check in and scream happy birthday to me. But I'm j- I it's not like I can't believe it. I knew this day was coming. But still, half a century, half of a century. I've been around these joints for half of a century. Um, I've got a lot of things planned, a lot of things. Um, Number one is to try to get my exercise back into gear. Um, I can't go swimming anymore. Well, I could, but the pool is just all kind of wonky, and I don't know if I can't afford Y membership. Um, so I know I can't swim like I used to, so that's out. So I got to find something else to do. But today, later on at 5 o'clock, or no, 6 o'clock p.m., it's gonna be my first time exercising in a few months. Because the goal is to lose. I want to lose. Well, I'm not gonna tell you the total I want to lose, but I'll put it this way: it's three numbers in it. It's three numbers in it, and so I'm gonna be starting. Part one is getting my exercise regimen, like getting back to exercising, um, and starting slow, not trying to beat myself up if I just don't complete it, which I will because I've never been this heavy and I don't like it at all. Um, so, like I said, I have a lot of weight to lose, but I'm not gonna, and I'm not telling the number, but it's three numbers. If I could start off by losing a pound a week, that would make me feel at least like I'm accomplishing something. Um, and then I'll start working on my portion control because that's my other problem. I like to eat, and I like to eat sweets, salts, meat, carbs, all of that stuff. I just love it. I don't know why. Um, because being lighter with me, I don't have to take as much insulin. I'm doing my kidneys a favor. I'm doing my liver a favor. I'm doing my heart a favor. I'm doing me a favor. By losing this weight, it's gonna come off. It's coming off. There's no doubt about it. Um, and I don't know whether I want to do a podcast about my weight loss journey. I'll have to think about that because that idea just kind of popped in my head because I need something to keep me um, accountable. Because like nobody wants to call me and say, "Hey, Tracy, exercise." So if I do a podcast, that would at least keep me like accountable and be like, "Oh, well, there she is again. Oh, there she is. She's doing her exercises. She's doing good," and that type of thing. But that's in the works. Like I said, the Tracy Show will be back February the 1st, 2024. Now it's 2024. Um, and then all of February's booked. I'm trying to think of something else. I know, like I said, I'm not, um, let's see. Wow. Um, I'm trying to think about what date that I want. I believe the Say What Awards are going to be February the 10th, 2023. And I see somebody watching. If you want to check in and say Happy New Year, I would appreciate it. I feel like that'd be great. But if you don't want to, I understand. But yeah, the Say What Awards will be February the 10th. So if I do a ballot and I want voting, I'll send it out ASAP. But if I do like I think I'm gonna do, I'm just going to just say, hey, here's who I think. Let's see. Yeah, I like I said, this is an election year, so this channel is going to be extremely busy. I expect back to back to back to back back candidates. Um, I expect great interviews. I expect I expect a lot of things. But the one thing I would love to do is to have more subscribers. So if you're watching this and if you see this later on today, when I'm at work, and you watch after it's a live broadcast, subscribe to this channel. I have 154 subscribers. 154. 154. I would love to have 200, well, by the 4th, but that's not going to happen. But I would love to have 200 at least by February. That would be so great if I could get into February and say, "Hey, I've got 200 subscribers." Um, I can't overemphasize how busy I think this year is going to be. We do have another presidential debate coming up in March. I got to get working on that, get all the participants together. Um, I, again, these election years are, especially for a channel like mine where I literally interview candidates, it's it's gonna be a lot, and I definitely am looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of, I'm not gonna say fun, but it's gonna be interesting to see what people have planned. Um, and I I I don't want to say I can't wait because I definitely can wait, but I want to make sure everything is the best that it can be, right? Because what I don't want to do is to be like last year where I'm just like, what are I talking about? So my goal is to be more pragmatic in my planning. Try to at least write questions to give candidates. That's something I've never did because I'm just kind of like, oh, you said this, let me go down this foxhole or water hole or click. But what do they call it when you click something and then you see, oh, watch this video next, you click it, and then after that one you see, watch this video, click rabbit hole, rabbit hole. I don't want to go down rabbit holes anymore. I feel like that's probably one of the things that's keeping me from getting more subscribers is it seems I'm unorganized, and that's gonna stop. So, and I'll probably work on that tomorrow at 5. Well, no, tomorrow yeah, I exercise at 6. I'll work on that at about 5, maybe 5:30, and just work on questions I'm gonna ask candidates. Because again, it improves the professionalism of what it is I'm trying to do. Now, of course, the silly Saturday show, I'll get to kick all that stuff off and just talk about silly topics and make it fun and make it, you know, um, entertaining and all that. But there's a responsibility that I feel I have, even with the 154 subscribers that I have. I'm still responsible to each of them to do the very best that I can and to give each of them a reason for them to tell their friends, hey, I watched this cool chick with gray hair and with a gray robe, but her podcasts are so enlightening. She does great interviews. Something that makes me stand out. Um, I am just so elated that you all chose to join me last year. And I'm looking at my phone because it's almost time to shut down. Hold on just a moment here. Okay. And I'm so grateful that you've let me kind of grow and watch me grow and continue to watch. Um, I'm going to keep encouraging comments. because the more comments I get, the more likely I am to show up in the algorithm. And once I show up in the algorithm, then people will be knocking at my door, wanting me to be wanting to be interviewed by me instead of saying, "Oh no, can't do your show. You don't have enough subscribers," because that really stinks. Um, I don't know what happened to that light. I just noticed it went out. It just literally went out. Well, shoot, that light went out. Well, because it unplugged. Well, everybody, it's been a great show. It was a short one, but that's because I had to be work in like the next 8 hours. So I need to get some sleep. Um, I will see you all. I'll have a video of my other podcast, which I can't name here, but you'll see it. Um, January the 20th, it's already ready to go. It's already been taped. So if you are a subscriber, you will get notified about that. Remember to like this video, share this video, comment on this video, and most of all, subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe. Thank you. Let's make 2024 great. Be blessed. Make this the greatest year ever. The best is yet to come. Bye bye.